Good evening, people. It's Yapi. I'm back. I want to do a video on Mount Carmel. I want to look at where it is. I want to show you where it is or where I think it might be. This is not definitive. It's just a place that I found that fits the description of the Bible of what Carmel looks like and where it is. So let's have a look. Let's start with Jeremiah 46 verse 18. As I live, says the King, whose name is Yahuwah of hosts, surely as Tabor is among the mountains, and as Carmel by the sea, so he shall come. We see that Mount Carmel is close to the sea, to a sea. Now this sea, the one that I found, is close to the ocean. Not the inland sea, but one of the oceans. And the one that I found is close to the Atlantic Ocean. So let's see this event. What happened at Mount Carmel? There is Elijah. He had a battle with the prophets of Baal, the 450 prophets of Baal. Now Jezebel were killing the true prophets and teachers of Yahuwah, and then Yahuwah sent Elijah to battle these Baal prophets before the children of Israel. They were also there, gathering. They also gathered there with Ahab, the king, and to prove who is the true God they must worship. Is it the Baal prophet's deity or is it Yahuwah? And of course we know how the story ended. I'm just going to read a few bits of it from 1 Kings 18 from verse 32. Then with the stones he built an altar in the name of Yahuwah, and he made a trench around the altar large enough to hold 2 cc's of seed. And he put the wood in order, cut the bull in pieces and laid it on the wood, and said, fill our water pots with water and pour it on the burnt sacrifice and on the wood. Then he said, do it a second time. And they did it a second time, and he said, do it a third time. And they did it a third time. So the water ran all around the altar, and he also filled the trench with water. And it came to pass at the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice, that Elijah the prophet came near and said, Yahuwah Elohim of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, or Israel, let it be known this day that you are Elohim in Israel, and I am your servant, and that I have done all these things at your word. Hear me, Yahuwah, hear me, that this people may know that you are Yahuwah Elohim, and that you have turned their hearts back to you again. Then the fire of Yahuwah fell and consumed the burnt sacrifice, and the wood, and the stones, and the dust, and it licked up the water that was in the trench. Now when all the people saw it, they fell on their faces, and they said, Yahuwah, he is Elohim. Yahuwah, he is Elohim. And Elijah said to them, seize the prophets of Baal, do not let one of them escape. So they seized them, and Elijah brought them down to the brook Kishon, and executed them there. So we see that Yahuwah caused Elijah to win this battle, and he killed all those 450 prophets of Baal. And we see here that Yahuwah, he did not just burn up the sacrifice, he also destroyed the stones, the wood. Everything was incinerated on the spot. Nothing left. Now I'm going to show you the spot, and that's why I think this is definitely a big possibility, rather, that this is the correct mountain. So let's look on Google Earth. And let's zoom in, yeah. It's a bit slow today. I can already see the mountain. I'm just going to take off this grid lines. There we go, that's better. This is Zebedee. This round mountain here, you see it? That is the one that fits the description of Mount Carmel. You can see it's close to the sea. Let's see how far it is. It's about 69 kilometers from the sea. Zoom in more. Can you see the burn mark? Right here is a big black burn mark. Now this is huge, this burn mark. It is actually in length about 3 kilometers. Rather, the worst part is here, it's this part here, that's 2.9 kilometers there. 2.9 kilometers by about 1.6 kilometers wide, this burn mark. And imagine if this was the spot that was sent down the fire from heaven to burn up this altar. Let me zoom in on the spot for now and show you what I've found here. You see here, this is the main burn spot here. This whole area around here is darkened. Now, this mountain's name is Brandberg and Mountain. And as we see, we can understand why. Because of this burn mark. Now, it looks like the flame, or if this is the Carmel, that the flame of Yahweh concentrated on this spot here. You can see these bricks are more flaked in this area here. There probably was more heat at the spot, so this might have been the place where the altar was. And then, of course, the surrounding area was also affected by the heat and the flames of Yahuwah. Now this is darker, this side here, because of the angle towards where this spot is. Let me tilt it and you can see it for yourselves. If I can get it tilted there. You see what I mean? This is angled, this side, to the spot where the concentration of the flame was. It's amazing, eh? It's really, really amazing. No reason for it to have this black spot on it, really. It's too big to say that it's caused by lightning. Like I said, it's like 3 kilometers by 1.6 kilometers. It's very, very big. See, here's looks like grooves in the mountain where the water runs down. Yeah, you can see if the water runs down. Yes, that is what it looks like. Let's go back to the... Oh yes, I wanted to show you from the side again. What it looks like. The whole mountain. There's the whole mountain. It looks almost like a meteor impact not crater, but because it's round, it looks like something fell there. But of course we know there were huge trees on the earth, a lot of them that the angels cut down before the flood, so that the giants couldn't climb on and survive. Could be that too, I don't know. But yes, this is what it looks like. Nice, eh? Let's just have a quick read on what Wikipedia has to say about this. Let's just spin it around. There's that burn mark here, right here on this side. Let's see what internet has to say. That is there is a picture of it. You see there. There it says it. Well, it doesn't show when you zoom in. Brandberg there. Brandberg Mountain is located in the former Damaraland, now Irongo, in the northwestern Namib Desert, near the coast, and covers an area of approximately 650 square kilometers. Let's see if this is over here. Yeah. The name Brandberg in Afrikaans, Dutch and German for burning mountain, it refers to its glowing color. That's what they say, but I believe it's because of that burn mark on the mountain, which is sometimes seen in the setting sun. That doesn't really make sense to me, but I think it's because of that burn mark. The Damara name for the mountain is Daures, which means burning mountain, while the Hereru name means mountain of the gods. Now, remember that this is the mountain where the gods battled, according to the people. The false god of Baal and Yahuwah. So it makes sense that Omu Kuruvaru means mountain of the gods. That's the Hereru name. The Hereru people, what they call that mountain. Mountain of the gods. Yes, it makes sense that that would be called Mountain of the Gods, if you read what the Bible has to say about it. The Bible mentions Carmel a few times. And yes, as you can see, this is in, let's just get this tilted back. This is in northern Namibia. So let's say there it is by the sea. Here's the borderline of North Namibia. This is Angola above it. So it's right there where the arrow points. It's Mount Carmel. So maybe Israel came down this far into Africa to the bottom, because I believe Judah was here by the equator mostly, and a bit down probably. Yeah, so who knows if Israel came down this far, because it's quite far down. Maybe they did eventually spread down towards the south, to the northern Namibia. I'm not too sure, but that mountain does definitely fulfill the criteria for Mount Carmel. And I haven't seen another mountain doing that, fulfilling those criteria like this mountain. And like we saw, what the peoples of that area, the old inhabitants of that area, they call that the mountain of the gods, for instance. And it's got a burn mark on it where Yahweh sent a fire down to destroy the altar. Amazing, eh? So yes, I thought I wanted to make this short video and show you guys what I think might be Mount Carmel. Enjoy your day. Bye.